Okay, first thing we're going to cover here is free floating this. Now, free floating it is nothing more than just opening the stock up so that the barrel does not touch the stock. If you look at this when it comes from the factory, there's contact here between the barrel and the stock. That contact creates pressure on the barrel and affects the harmonics and vibration in the barrel, and can even put torque on the back of the receiver, especially if you have a bipod on here. When you put that bipod on there, it's going to put torque on this plastic stock, affecting contact with the barrel and causing ill effects with accuracy. So what we need to do is float the barrel. That just means open up the barrel channel enough so that there's no contact with the barrel. What I like to use for this, you can use a lot of different things, but what I like to use for this is I just take two spark plug socket heads. They're large enough that I don't use them for any of my vehicles. I just took two of them, stuck them together to give it some extra length, taped them so that they'd stay together, and I just wrap these in sandpaper, set it right down inside the barrel channel, and then just sand it. I try not to use a Dremel or anything on any of this, because if you're using a Dremel, chances are you're not going to get it even. It'll take some time, so I'll probably start it, and then I'll turn the video off to finish it, and then come back. What I do is I just take whatever you're using. You can use a wooden dowel or an old barrel, or if you have the Caldwell scope mounting kit, which I'll get into later when I'm mounting the scope, the lapping rod on that works really well. It's about the same size. I can open that up. All you want is something that's round, and you want it to be round so that you get a nice even sand, so that you're taking out the same amount on both sides just for cosmetic purposes. Wrap it in sandpaper, set it down inside the channel, and just start sanding. Just to show you what you're looking for is the inside of this is going to bevel out. So I'm going to have that nice sharp edge on it. It's going to bevel out, and that beveling is just the opening of the channel. If you've got a stock with a camouflage finish on it like this, or a paint job or something, and you're worried about cosmetics, don't, because even with that opened barrel channel, when everything is back together, that open barrel channel is hidden by the barrel itself. So you're not even going to see the missing paint or missing camouflage pattern. Alright, when you're finished sanding, piece everything back together, and you look in there. I don't know if this is going to show up very good on here. There should be a small gap on either side there. As you can see by the fact that that's not showing up very well, you don't have to worry about the cosmetic issues like we discussed. To test it, I like to have at least three pieces of paper thickness. Sometimes I'll even go more than that. This being a 22 long rifle, I'm not too worried about flex, but the barrel will flex if you look at it under high speed. It does have a small amount of flex, and that flex in the barrel, flex and vibration in the barrel, will still make contact if it's not free floated enough. So I like at least three pieces of paper worth of clearance all the way down the barrel. I'll probably do a little bit more sanding there because it's catching every once in a while, but it's catching on the cross brackets. These pieces right here is what it's catching on. So that doesn't actually touch the barrel, but I may do some sanding by finger just to get a little bit more clearance there. Okay, and I've been doing this for a little bit, but just for that final sanding to get those ribs, just take some sandpaper, roll it up a little bit just so it's rounded. Slide it back and forth across the ribs. And this, in order to keep it round, just rock it back and forth while you're sanding. Again, that's completely invisible, so you'll never see it. But if you're anal like I am, knowing it's not round or uneven will drive you nuts. Into a fitting. Now what I've done here is I've actually added a fourth piece of paper to this, which is how I like it anyway. Wrap it on the barrel, squeeze it down tight, It should slide through. Just like that. And there's a free floated barrel.